Wow, what an absolutely volatile day in the world of crypto. As you guys can see above my head here, Bitcoin is down over 10%, pushing near 12% there at around the $18,000 range. There were notifications that went out earlier today when Bitcoin had dropped below $18,000. And in the world of Binance, there's been a major acquisition that looks to be on the table here. This is a non-binding LOI, and this is between Binance and FTX. If you don't know much about FTX, I'm going to give a couple details on this, as well as the deal that went into place here and potentially what could come as a result of this. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. So first up here is over on Twitter, CZ, who is the CEO of Binance. He said, this afternoon, FTX asked us for our help. There is a significant liquidity crunch. To protect users, we signed a non-binding LOI intending to fully acquire FTX.com and help cover the liquidity crunch. We will be conducting a full DD, which is due diligence, in the coming days. And then he goes on to say, there is a lot to cover and will take some time. This is a highly dynamic situation, and we are assessing the situation in real time. Binance has the discretion to pull out from the deal at any time. We expect FTT to be highly volatile in the coming days as things develop. Stay safemoon, okay? So again, they're looking to try and acquire FTX, but he says right here, Binance has the discretion to pull out from the deal at any time. So everything that's going on between now and when they have this deal fully signed, if he just suddenly says, you know what, nah, we're not going to do this, they could back out. They could do that. And with FTT, we are seeing, which is the FTX's token, a significant drop. As is noted here from Watcher Guru, they said that if you had $1 million invested yesterday, it'd only be worth $180,000 today. And that was posted about an hour ago. FTX is a very noteworthy exchange. In fact, if you go over to CoinMarketCap and you take a look at the top list of exchanges, you have Binance at number 1, Coinbase at number 2. FTX is in the 3rd spot with approximately $5 billion in trading volume over the last 2 hours. So it definitely raises some serious concerns in the cryptocurrency space when you have FTX coming forward saying, well, we're having liquidity issues. Hey, the number 1 biggest exchange, you guys want to acquire us and like help us out? Now, Binance coming in and acquiring that, what kind of additional doorways could that open? Means more user base. It could be more people being exposed over to the Binance Smart Chain and the elements that they're trying to do there. We did see that Binance CZ had provided $500 million towards the acquisition of Twitter in support of Elon Musk. So he provided that $500 million to Elon Musk to get that. So the idea of seeing crypto becoming more integrated in with social media, or more specifically with Twitter, is definitely something that's on the table. Why would you put $500 million into something if you didn't expect that it's going to come back to benefit you and your business, right? Think about it. So FTX, their token, potentially we could see a rebound here. I'm not saying that we will. Guys, again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, because for all we know, they could just say, yeah, we're not going to do the FTT token anymore. They're just going to go ahead and let it die. And maybe they're going to utilize the BNB. They could say BNB is going to be an integral part of what happens with the FTX platform. But again, they could also just decide not to do this deal. They could come in and then shut down the entire exchange. Now there's just one less competitor. Tell everyone to migrate over to the Binance side. You could have like a redirect link. I used to be a full-time live streamer, and I was on a platform called Mixer, which was owned by Microsoft. Microsoft decided not to keep the wheels turning for that. And so when they had shut everything down there was a little back-end deal that they did with Facebook. So they were redirecting the traffic of users to leave Mixer, since it was closing, and to go over to Facebook. Maybe we'll see something similar like this. And that could be very bullish for the Binance Smart Chain. It doesn't look great at the moment for FTT. But again, if they decide that they want to go ahead and keep FTX, that they're going to go ahead and acquire it, that they're going to allow the FTT token to still exist. If they do those things, then I would not be surprised if when that news comes out that we see a bounce on FTT and it starts to make a rally back up. Because again, if yesterday it was $1 million, now it's $180,000, there's a lot of people that are panic selling. And where is it that when people buy the dips? So right now it doesn't look good for FTT. It's an extremely dangerous play, but at the same time, higher risk also means higher rewards. Don't be surprised if you invest into FTT that you're going to lose all your money, guys. I'm being just straight up real with you on this. You got to look at the circumstances here. But if people are feeling like they want to do a gamble, let's see what ends up happening next with this. CZ did say we expect FTT to be highly volatile in the coming days as things develop. So they're taking several days to kind of mull over all of this. Now let's go ahead and move on to a couple other key notes. I'm going to include links to these articles in the description below. This is from Cointelegraph. Breaking: Binance CEO announces intent to acquire FTX to help cover the liquidity crunch. FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried called the news a user-centric development that benefits the entire industry. Following Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao's announcement that the company would liquidate its position in FTX token, FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, also known as SBF, took to social media seemingly in an effort to quell rumors of conflict between the major crypto exchanges. According to a November 8th Twitter thread from Bankman-Fried, FTX has, quote, come to an agreement on a strategic transaction, with Binance following attempts to clear out its withdrawal backlog. SBF said he had asked Binance to step in, aiming to clear out liquidity crunches and cover assets on a one-to-one basis. I know that there have been rumors in media of conflict between our two exchanges. However, Binance has shown time and again that they are committed to a more decentralized global economy while working to improve industry relations with regulators, said SBF. We are in the best of hands. Zhao issued his own statement on Twitter saying FTX approached Binance for help on November 8th in response to a significant liquidity crunch. According to the Binance CEO, the transaction to which SBF referred was a non-binding letter of intent for the major exchange to acquire FTX. Zhao added that Binance was, quote, assessing the situation in real time and had the ability to pull out from the deal at any time. The announcement of the tentative deal between two major exchanges came just one day after SBF claimed on Twitter that FTX and its assets were fine and dismissed reports of liquidity issues as false rumors. The FTX CEO also called on CZ to have the exchanges work together for the ecosystem, but some of the Binance CEO's social media responses suggested he may not have been supportive of the deal. Zhao hinted Binance would, quote, stay in the free market as opposed to having Alameda Research purchase the exchange's FTT holdings. Should the deal between FTX and Binance move forward, it would potentially represent a landmark acquisition in the crypto space, rivaling reports Coinbase planned to purchase BTC Turk for $3.2 billion. FTX has often been the one scooping up businesses associated with digital assets, aiming to purchase Bitvo as part of its move into Canadian market, and reportedly raising $1 billion to explore additional acquisitions. There's one more article touching on this, also from Cointelegraph, which again, I'll have a link in the description. Binance CEO not interested in Alameda's offer to buy up its FTT holdings. CZ signaled that he isn't interested in an offer from Alameda to buy out Binance's FTX tokens, saying that they'd rather stay in the free market. Changpeng Zhao, CEO of cryptocurrency exchange Binance, appears disinterested in Alameda Research's offer to buy out the crypto exchange's FTX token holdings. Zhao responded to a question on November 7th on Twitter, asking if he would take up the offer by Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison to buy Binance's FTT holdings for $22 per token. Zhao said, I think we will stay in the free market. The offer from Ellison came after Zhao said Binance would be liquidating its FTT position due to, quote, post-exit risk management as part of learning from Luna on November 6th. At the time, Zhao said he would try to sell the tokens in a way that minimizes market impact and said the token sales would take a few months to complete due to its holdings around 2.1 billion United States dollars equivalent in the exchange's stablecoin Binance, BUSD, and FTT. Binance declined to comment on the matter. Meanwhile, there have been concerns that rumors around Alameda's finances Binance's impending FTT liquidation and Zhao's comments could be the possible catalyst for major withdrawals from FTX, with reported data from Nansen showing $451 million worth of stablecoins leaving the exchange. Users took to Twitter on November 7th, complaining of long wait times with FTX addressing the complaints, assuring users everything was running smoothly. Bankman-Fried also pointing the finger at an unnamed competitor on November 7th, saying a competitor is trying to go after the cryptocurrency exchange with false rumors. Zhao has reiterated that he's not in a fight with FTX or Bankman-Fried, tweeting on November 7th, "I spend my energy building, not fighting," and attempted to dispel what he called conspiracy theories that he somehow orchestrated this whole thing. Analysis by Cointelegraph on November 7th pointed to a bearish pattern that could see FTT sink by 30%, and early on November 8th, the FTT price dove to around $15.40 from $22. It's currently down 29.5% in 24 hours at the time of writing. So yes, it is taking quite a hit here, guys, as was pointed out in this graphic from Watcher Guru. And also keep in mind that this was saying that Binance is looking to liquidate their FTT position. However, they said that it's going to take months, the plan that they're doing. So you're seeing a reaction from the general market, more than likely, unless there's specific key players that have large positions that decided to do so with this. Keep in mind that this did happen in a short time frame. So obviously some whales came in and just boom, dumped right on the market there. So it's a very volatile play. Curious to see how things continue to play out. Crazy to see that there's an opportunity where the number one biggest exchange is about to acquire the third biggest exchange. That's a major move. You have to think of it like that, guys. Are they going to dissolve them? Are they going to redirect them? Are they going to keep the FTT token in general at all? Are they going to replace it with the BNB? Now, if it was me personally, this is just my point of view. I would come in, I would acquire it, and then I would go ahead and swap out the... actually, you know what? I don't know. I'd have to think about it a lot more because I'm like, do I really need to have a whole other separate exchange with all of their coding and working with that team? Or would I just have everything be redirected back over to my main website? Let us know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. And thank you so much, my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also, thank you to my YouTube members for your support. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.